especially for USM. A special welcome, therefore, on behalf of government to the President of the Board, Mrs. Valerie Gittersen-Panterflet, and also a very special welcome to St. Martin, and sometimes it's welcome back to St. Martin, for Dr. Antonio Camara and Dr. Rolinda Carter. Welcome back. Isn't it a wonderful occasion? And therefore, good morning to the members of the press this morning. I have a special, of course, thank you and appreciation that also the Secretary General have been able to join us for this press conference, which has been a little bit of a last-minute type of arrangement that we made. So we are very happy that DCOM have been able to facilitate us as well. But it is indeed a joyous occasion, and we were informed yesterday that indeed this is a hot and therefore fresh from the press, as we say, with an important announcement. Because we all know, of course, that USM is a very important provider of tertiary education on St. Martin. And we also know that we all went through enormous challenges throughout 2017 and also budgetary challenges, which have also contributed to the loss of key staff of USM in 2017. Key staff, I would say, if we want to indeed value the position of USM as a tertiary institute for the scientific and academic value of such an important organization. And if you indeed lose the president and the dean, I can imagine that the board and the remaining staff must have felt very challenged throughout the last couple of months. We partnered actively as government of St. Martin. We've ensured that indeed we were able to keep the USM open, and we indeed came to conclusions and arrangements via the Memorandum of Understanding of the manner that we would work hand in hand with each other to indeed ensure that USM is able to get back on its feet even better, as we say, with the Build Back Better emphasis. And I think that is definitely the contribution that the government wants to make. If we bring it into a broader context, we know that we are doing our utmost to have the legislation on higher education established and indeed debated as a very important foundation to recognize as a country where we bring this institution moving forward. And therefore on the USM side, Mrs. Gittersen, indeed, we have emphasized, and you have emphasized, the importance to have an active recruitment drive to ensure that we have the president and dean back. And we do. And where we had the opportunity, Dr. Camara, to already have our opportunity yesterday afternoon to have a little chat for 15 minutes during a meet and greet. Madam President, you also mentioned that you indeed were in a very, very, very advanced state to also have the contract signed with our local Mrs. Dr. Rolinda Carter. And that makes us double pride. We are in the presence of Caribbean partners, and I'm sure that Dr. Camara will be able to explain. Carmona. Did I say Carmara, right? Oh, I'm sorry, my apologies. It is a beautiful name, Dr. Antonio Carmona Baez. So indeed, I hope I'm able to continue to practice and then I will get it perfect, right? So we are happy that indeed you were able to also conclude the contract with the dean, and I'm sure that together with our share of what we're doing to further establish and strengthen higher education on St. Martin, USM, the University of St. Martin, is doing the same with indeed these critical positions to drive higher education forward. Everybody that knows me, has listened to me in the press maybe throughout the last couple of months, have seen me and encourage indeed the message of higher education. I'm a firm believer of education on St. Martin, especially of the position of higher education, because I believe it is a social and economic driver to success and continued success to our nation. So, yeah, I think I've said enough for now and would like to give it back to Mrs. Roach as she will introduce everybody else further. And I am happy, therefore, to say that the key positions are filled. And once more also say welcome and congratulations to the entire board, management and staff of USM, and also the great success and high expectations that we have to both the president and the dean.
Sherlin, what are you doing?
Oh, just sending my friends a tweet to come to the show to see me.
To see you? They ain't coming to see you, they come to see me. But by the way, what's that tweet?
I'm just sending them a message to come to the show.
It's a family affair, a father and son comedy show featuring the philosopher of humor Fernando Clark and his son, the rising star Sherlin Clark, in the first ever pre-Father's Day comedy show on Sunday, June 3rd, under the tent at the Porta Plaisance, starting at 7 p.m. sharp, gates open at 6 p.m. Tickets are available at the Vondor bookstores in Simpson Bay and at the 80 Illich Road, Big D Photo Studio on the Pondfield Road, and SOS Radio in Marigot for $30. Bring the whole family because it's a family affair.
Daddy, what are you doing?
Sending my friends a tweet too so that they could come to the show.
Daddy, you can't. Just give me their numbers and I'm gonna send them a message, alright?
And tell them bring the daddy and the mommy and grandpa and granny and nenen and godfather. Tell them bring the whole family because it's a family affair.
Alright.
Tell them, connecting you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
On behalf of the board of the University of St. Martin, as well as management staff, and we say the entire family of the University of St. Martin, I am not only proud, but so elated this morning. I don't know if because we are the only one with a press briefing this morning that it's so special, but really I'm so proud to know that on behalf of the entire USM family, that we can introduce to you this morning Honorable Minister of Education, Culture, Sports, and Youth Affairs, our two key persons for the University of St. Martin in the person of Dr. Kamona, as well as Dean of Academics, Dr. Rolinda Carter. At this moment, I know they will be able to share, and I know the press probably after will not in this setting, but after we'll have the opportunity to know both Dean and President, because at this moment I think we have made a very good choice. I must say, Dr. Carmona, before even having the ad placed in the newspaper for a dean or a president, he had already committed himself to the island of St. Martin after the devastation of Hurricane Irma. And at that moment, we said, wow, here we have someone who understands the suffering, not only of the university, but of the island as well, when he offered to give his full support with a reconstruction, rebuilding. And at this moment, we are so happy to know that we have gotten him as the president of the University of St. Martin. For Dr. Rolinda Carter, she was the keynote speaker of the 2017 commencement. And at that commencement, she said, I will be coming back to St. Martin to contribute. Never did we thought it would have been in such a short span of time. And for that reason, we are so happy to know that Dr. Rolinda Carter, not only as an alumni of USM, but also to see that the challenges that we are faced with now, she was on top of that, and she still commit herself to be back home. And for that, Minister, we thank you so much, because the Ministry of Education tirelessly, after signing that MOU, was constantly in communication with us, and we said our key persons, which is the president and the dean of academics, we want to have them on board so that we can live up to the obligation that is there for USM. At this moment, I'm confident and convinced that we will be able to meet the obligations that are set in that MOU, and we will be able to take USM to the next level. Now that the law of higher education is also a consultation document, knowing the timeline that is set, I must say Dr. Carmona, who mastered 5 languages, already started reading the document. So when it comes to the English, the Dutch, the Spanish, the French, whatever, we have them in-house now. Thank you so much.
Tell them, connecting you.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 Fun Mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of Fun Miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free Fun Miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun miles, from within your reach.
It is an honor and a pleasure to come to the country, St. Martin, to accompany the country in its process of reconstruction, and in particular to assist in the rebuilding and the fortifying of possibly St. Martin's most important institution as far as socio-economic development and the future of the people of St. Martin. Coming from Puerto Rico, having completed my studies and having served institutions within the Kingdom of the Netherlands and my homeland, Puerto Rico, particularly at the Klingendahl Institute for International Relations, at the University of Amsterdam, at the University of Puerto Rico. Once again, it's an honor to come back to the Caribbean and to serve the people through serving and assisting the University of St. Martin. I would also like to say lead, but for me it is in cooperation with a team, with a wonderful team, the board of directors, and I'm very happy to reiterate that this morning we have finalized the contract for our Dean of Academics, who is a person who's a very strong candidate, has a strong scientific background. Together, this team will work closely with the Ministry of Education and other sectors of the country, St. Martin, to bring this country forward. I am a person who believes in higher education and public higher education. I believe that the University of St. Martin is key to reconstruction, to rebuilding better and sustainably in connection with our neighboring islands. Thank you very much.
So I started with my associate's degree at USM and then moved on to my bachelor's degree in biochemistry and molecular biology, where I was also responsible for teaching various undergraduate courses in that field. And then I moved on to my doctorate in pathology and laboratory medicine, where my research really focused on finding new ways to treat and prevent blood clots, which are extremely dangerous with strokes and heart attacks. And so I've always had a love for blood and always have a love for science, and I hope to make that a part of my journey at USM as well.
And with that, indeed, maybe a better position for me to provide a closing remarks, as I still had that little bit of curiosity myself, and indeed the possibility to share that with the media and the public, as these type of developments are critical, as I've mentioned, and I hope that maybe in the near future we may have a discussion and debate about the name and the abbreviation about the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, where we may indeed emphasize the importance of science and innovation, as those are critical components to indeed drive our development further, continue to drive our success, and indeed socio-economic success as well. So I'm delighted. We once more say welcome, and we once more say much success. Mrs. Gittersen-Panterflent, I'm sure that you're going to have rich conversations with these two heavyweights and professionals in your midst. We will continue indeed to ensure that we partner with each other. We have still indeed some critical conversations to engage in, such as indeed the establishment of the budget and the strategic planning of USM in the weeks ahead. And then not even to speak about indeed the legislation, as that is already in consultation. So with that, I would like to say thank you to DECOM for all the preparations made.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Stephanie Medina, and I play football with the Walichi Women's Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games. For example, the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I asked the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also asked the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag sports matter. Hashtag are you in?
1,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2,
3,
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
Carnival is also about competitions. This gentleman was in the Soca Rumble and I got to say, and also road match. You're the road match king, right?
Yeah, the road match king for 2018. Stop talk.
Okay, now next year we celebrating 50 years. You're coming back again?
Of course. I for sure for 50 years I go hold this crowd. Nobody will take this from me for 50 years. Not 50 years.
Not
maybe
50 years.
Maybe another year, but not 50.
But not 50.
Not 50.
Okay, and what are you doing in the parade today?
When my band is playing with Erica, Escape the Band, King James and the crew. So this is my band here playing now. And yeah, we just bring good music for the revelers to have a good time. You know, enjoy Carnival 2018, St. Martin style.
Yeah, that's what it's about, having a good time. Congratulations to you. Good luck for next year. Start writing from now on.
Hey, you see me? Next year, same time, same place right here. With the ground on.
Next ground.
Next ground. 2 grounds.
All right, enjoy. Then you're going to go to 3 crowns and 4 crowns. Okay. Enjoy Carnival 2018. Prepare for 2019.
For sure. Thank you and same to you. Okay. I want to see you next year.
I'll be there.
You say Calypso next year?
Yep. And let me tell you something. Next year I'm celebrating 40 years as the MC of Calypso.
So you gotta sing.
You know, I'm singing too. Okay, thank you.
Till they play my song, I say I ain't going home. Till the last drop long. Till all my shoes, I got my rights. Got some liquor in my bag, and I ready to get on. You know people, here I am, jamming all day behind my man. Winding up and winding on man, and getting on bad. I don't think that you're ready for this one. I don't think that you're ready for this one. I don't think that you're ready for this one. This is one ready by addiction. This is one ready by tradition. This is one ready by tradition. We get it up bad. 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 Waiting for Carnival to reach. Now to jump up and down the streets, music hit me, release the freak. Guns and flags are up in the air. Start to wave on like you don't care. Yeah, you don't got nobody say hi. It's a favorite time of the year. I got my eyes on you, you. Ooh, I look at how I go too. Oh, oh, oh. I got my eyes on you, you. I look at how I go too. I got my shoes, I got my rod. Got some liquor in my bag, and I ready to get on. You looking for me, here I am. Jamming all night behind my back. Winding up on wifey, my man. Get it on my